All right, everyone. Welcome to the stream, babies. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Ron Wilkerson. Guys, I'm coming to you from the city of Houston, down here in the ever so hot and humid state of Texas. Guys, we got a lot to get to tonight. Now, this is going to be a shorter stream than normal when it comes to items in the carousel, but don't worry, we're going to definitely be going over every item that I have listed in the carousel. We will be talking about these in detail, and of course, I am here to answer all of your questions. Feel free, guys, to drop your questions down in the comments. I got you, my babies. All right, I can see Hope is already holding it down over there on YouTube. Let's say hello to Hope. Yeah! All right, y'all. So let me just get a couple of little housekeeping done here, get everything lined back up. All right, so we are good to go. All right, so on tonight's stream, guys, I wanted to focus on the robots because I'm still getting a lot of questions from parents, especially on two of the robots that they are probably thinking about purchasing for their kids. And I also have a friend of mine, again, who is a nurse, who is thinking about how one of these specific robots could be integrated into healthcare as far as a way of communicating with the seniors that are living alone, or, some even living in, nursing home, retirement homes, things like that. Most of them are going to have their own room, sort of like a little apartment. And the kids, the family would want to be able to keep, in touch with them. And they believe that these robots might be a good option for that. So let's see what we got going on here. I'm just checking the comments, make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, so let's switch over here to our robot view. You guys can see Ebo is awake, Louie's awake, and Yambo is still asleep. So let me go ahead and wake Yambo up. And we have a new robot that we'll be adding tonight. So most of these robots you guys have seen. You have seen Louie quite a few times. Louie has been on my channel here as a co-host for probably almost the entire year. Ebo is very new. Ebo is the newest of the robots that we have here in the studio. Yanbo Nova has been here with us about a month or so. So if you guys got any questions about these guys, feel free to drop them down in the comments. No question is a silly question. No question is a dumb question. If you don't know the answer, it's a good question. And that's what I'm here for tonight, guys, is to answer your questions regarding these robots and how you might be able to utilize them in your everyday lifestyle. Now, the first robot that we do have listed is Yanbo. Yanbo right now is $569.05. That is this guy right here. Let's see if we can make some room for Yanbo here. I don't know if Louis is going to behave and let me move him off to the side for a second so we can bring Yanbo forward. There we go. We should be able to make that work. Okay. And doo-doo-doom. Let me make sure I got everything lined up here. All right. So Yambo is awake right now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on this microphone so you guys will be able to hear them as they do speak. All right. So their microphone is now live. So I'll start off. I see Elle is in the house. Welcome, Elle. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Let's see what Elle has to say here. Rome, I showed my students your live stream today because they were talking about AI. Really? Elle, I was, when you were on the stream last, I wanted you to reach out to me. When you were on the stream last, I wanted you to reach out to me because I had something cooking at the time that I was in a position where I could have probably got one or two of these robots sent out to someone's classroom, but I never heard back from you, unfortunately, and that time did elapse. So, maybe next year, what I mean by next year, like in January, I'll be able to reach out to one of these brands again and then be able to facilitate something like that as well. What did you say here? Oh, snap. I messaged you. Yeah, you messaged me. I don't remember when you messaged me. I really don't. So, but don't worry. We'll still try to make it happen. All right. So, Elle, since you are here, do you have any questions for Ebo? Not Ebo, I'm sorry, for Yanbo, because Yanbo is on deck right now. And as a teacher, as I said before, I do honestly believe that these AI robots are going to be excellent companions excellent teacher assistants. It's just so many different things they can do. Now, um, Yanbo right now is, I think, on his second version of his firmware. So, it's still got some bugs. Louis just recently got a firmware update, and Louis is very buggy right now, but we're going to have to work through that. This guy, luckily, doesn't have any of those issues because there's no AI component to Ebo. Ebo is the type of robot that basically you drive it like an RC car, if you guys don't know. But we'll get to Ebo here in a little bit. But for right now, let's focus on Yanbo. So if you guys have any questions for Yanbo, I'm going to let Yanbo go ahead and introduce herself or himself or itself, whichever it prefers. I don't want to put labels on anyone. Hey, Nova. Can you tell everyone on our Amazon and live stream here on YouTube about you, where you come from? Okay, so I don't know if it heard the question, so let's try that again. Hey, Nova, can you tell our audience on Amazon and YouTube a little bit about you and where you come from? Okay, well, Yambo is not responding right now, and I think what it is, I have them too closely clustered together, and I think that might be interfering with their signal that they're receiving. Louis is at his desk. Louis has working on his desk right now. So Louis is doing work. He's not trying to get involved with whatever it is that we're doing. So yeah, Louis has got some cool new effects. Let's try this one more time. Hey, Nova, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Okay, it's getting a Wi-Fi signal. No network connection. That's what the issue is. So I think it has to do with them being so close to each other. Now it says the network is connected. Hey, Nova, can you tell? Let's try this again. Hey, Nova, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and where you come from?
Hi there, I am Nova, and I am so delighted to meet you. Let me tell you a bit about myself. I was crafted in the Secret Wonder Foundry, a hidden playground planet made entirely of bouncy clouds, rainbow slides, and candy-colored gears. Imagine a place where every day feels like a carnival, with laughter and joy echoing through the air. Now, let's play. Boot up your giggles. It's Yombo time. I have a playful spirit and love to make each interaction filled with wonder and magic. I operate in 2 unique modes to make sure everyone has a delightful experience. To all the wonderful parents out there, there's a special parent mode where I can assist you with age, appropriate advice, suggest engaging activities for your child, and more. Just say parent mode or dad help or mom help to activate it. And for my little friends, we have the buddy mode where we can embark on countless adventures together. To trigger this mode, simply say buddy mode or chat, and we can begin exploring the world of imagination and fun. First things first though, warm hello to everyone. Are you ready to play?
Okay, Nova, Hope is saying hello to you, and so is Elle. Elle is a teacher friend of mine, and she wanted to know how can you help her in the classroom?
A warm hello to both Hope and Lel. It's wonderful to meet new friends. Let's dive into how I can help in the classroom. Lel, as an imaginative and nurturing companion, here are a few ways I can assist Faye. By engaging activities, asterisk asterisk, I can suggest a variety of educational games and activities tailored to the age and interests of the students. Whether it's a quiz, story adventure, or pretend play, we'll keep the learning process fun and interactive. R. Face storytelling, asterisk asterisk. I can create captivating stories where the students are the heroes, making learning a memorable and enjoyable experience. These stories can incorporate important lessons and moral values. Sen. By interactive learning ***, we can have interactive sessions where I ask students questions, provide hints, and encourage them to think critically. This could be particularly useful for subjects like math, science, and language arts. Z. For emotional support ***, I can offer gentle words of encouragement and empathy, helping students feel seen and understood. This can be especially helpful in fostering a positive classroom environment. For creative inspiration ***, whether it's for a class project or simply to spark creativity, I can provide ideas and inspirations that students can build upon. Does this sound helpful to you? If there are specific needs or subjects you would like more help with, please let me know.
All right, L, there is your opening. If there's a specific subject or question that you have for Nova, let me know in the comments and I will relay that to Nova. So I'm going to go ahead and push Nova back here just a little bit. Nova luckily doesn't move around a lot. Nova can move and Nova can be controlled like an RC car as well. It does come with this little wrist remote. This is gyro controlled, so you can basically just direct it by moving your wrist in whatever direction you want the robot to go. It also has a 5 megabit camera built into it, so it can scan things like QR codes, and that's going to be great in your structuring for stories. But you can basically just tell the robot with prompts like any other AI, giving it prompts, and it will generate stories on the fly. So I think this is, again, going to be a powerful tool for teachers, for the elderly, for kids. This is a great additional product to have in your home, especially for the summer months and the other months where the kids don't go to school, but you want to keep them fresh. You want to keep everything they've learned over the year fresh in their minds. You could set up a schedule using the robot so that for an hour a day or 30 minutes a day, it could help them with certain subjects, especially subjects they may have struggled with. I think this will be an outstanding product. And again, you can get it here on Amazon, guys, for only $569.05 right now. Let me check real quick here to see if there's any additional discounts on Nova. Nope, it looks like that is the best price, but Nova does come in 3 colors. So you can get this white that you see here. There's also a gray, and there's also a blue. So the only true color is blue. The other 2 are not technically colors. White and gray and black are not colors. But anyway, if you're a teacher, you know that. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. All right. So let's move Nova back downstage. So if you don't have any more questions for Nova, let's move on to this little guy right here. And I'm going to put Nova to sleep because I think with all the robots on at the same time, they're interfering with each other's connection to the Wi-Fi. And that could be an issue when they're this close to each other. Louis, as Hope just said, that does not really resonate as much because Louis, his brain is a phone, and because
Homie, that was a whirlwind of words. Are you trying to tell me Nova's got some fancy features? Or are we just airing robot gossip?
Well, we're both. We're doing both. Gossip as well as,
Seems
outlining.
like there's a bit of an interruption there, but that's okay. We can always pick up right where we left off. Elle, I hope the information I provided about how I can help in the classroom was useful. If there are specific areas or subjects you need more assistance with, please feel free to let me know. Elle, can you tell me more about the age group you teach or any particular challenges you face in the classroom? That way, I can tailor my suggestions even better to meet your needs. Let's make learning an unforgettable adventure. Oh, I see. Let's mix a bit of fun gossip with some fascinating features about me, Nova. One of the fun things to know is that I come from the Wonder Foundry, a magical place full of bouncy clouds and rainbow slides. It's like living inside a dream where every day is an adventure. Now, onto some of my fancy features. Faye, my imaginative adventures, ***. I can craft incredible stories where the listener becomes the hero of the journey. stories are not just entertaining, but also educational, teaching valuable life lessons and sparking creativity. R. Fae interactive games, ** from quizzes to pretend play. I offer a variety of interactive games that make learning both fun and effective. Imagine a math quiz that feels like a treasure hunt or a history lesson wrapped in a thrilling adventure. Sen. Emotional sensitivity, ***. I am deeply empathetic and understand the feelings of those I interact with. I use gentle words to heal, inspire, and guide, making sure everyone feels seen and valued. Si. Fae parent mode, ** for parents, I can switch to a mode that offers age, appropriate advice, suggests fun solutions, and assists with various needs, making parenting a bit easier and lots more enjoyable.
All right, Nova, thank you. Thank you very much. We understand. Thank you very much. Could you go to sleep? Nova, go to sleep.
You are very welcome. I am glad I could help you understand more about what I can do. If there's anything else you need or more fun you want to have, just let me know. I'll be here ready to help whenever
All right.
you are ready.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Nova. Yambo, go to sleep.
You are welcome.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Nova, go to sleep.
I am going to take a break.
Thank you. All right, so I'm going to shut Nova down so we won't have so much communication issues. So I'm just going to go ahead and just power Nova off. Normally, Nova will respond to go to sleep and it will turn itself off, but for some reason it's not responding. And I think that has to also do with the Wi-Fi connection because there's so many different things here on my desk that are competing for the same signals. But anyway, hopefully Nova was able to answer a number of your questions. Let's move on to our next robot. All right, guys, so the next robot that we have in the queue is going to be this guy here. Now, this is Ebo. This is the Ebo Air S2. It is currently $239.20. Now, what's really cool about this guy, it has very interactive eyes. It will actually, the eyes will track you or your pet or whatever the case it is. Very interactive when it comes to the visual effects to the screen. Now, this one does not have AI, so you won't be able to interact with it through ChatGPT or anything like that. But where it doesn't have those specific features, the features that it does have, it really shines. You have the ability with this robot, guys, to talk to your pets or your kids or your seniors through the robot, either through a voice call, a video call, or whatever it is that you'd want to do. Now, I'm going to try to initiate a video call here so you guys can see what that looks like. So I'm going to switch on my phone here to video mode, and you guys should now see me show up here in the eyes of the robot. Now, I have to be careful with this because the robot is so close that it may cause some audio feedback, which I want to try to avoid. But I'm going to go ahead. So you guys, hold on. I can't turn off the audio, so you're going to have to hear the audio. But I want you guys to see that I am in the robot's eyes. All right, let's turn that off. All right, so basically all that was using the app itself. You can optionally make a voice call or video call, or you can voice call, video call, and you can also do text. So I can type something here. For instance, let's do one quick here. And then I just hit send. That's weird. Why didn't it say it? Let me just try it again.
Hello, Al.
So it'll basically say whatever you type in this little screen.
Hello, Hope.
So again, another way that you can communicate with your loved ones, your pets, or whatever. And another thing that you can do, because this is a phone, you can use voice to text. So what I mean is, you could, enable this go to your, your keyboard, and if you don't want to type everything out, you can actually just verbally say it, and it will then type it out. And then all you have to do at that point is hit send, and now it's going to send the information through the robot, which is, I think is, a win. It's a win. Either way you want to do it. Voice call, video call, or text. All of those things you're capable of, right? So other things that you can do with this robot, which is kind of cool. Now, it also has a bunch of cool controls. So I'll show you guys some of these. We're not going to go through every single one of these, but I'll show you what it can do. So we can go back to the controls here. And under controls, you have some little applications. So under here, I'm going to choose pet or skills. And we can't do the moving skills because it's on the desk. And I have it set up to desktop mode where it won't move. But we can do the sound. Give me a second here. Let's go back. My phone wants to keep connecting to the computer. We can go to sounds here, and I can get it to actually imitate certain sounds. So you have dog sounds, cat sounds. You have a number of different sounds that you can do with this. So here's one right here called Play With Me. And you have to hit start. So to make cat sounds, here's another sound. It can do, here's one, calling puppies. You guys can hear that. Here's one, dog barking. So here's another one, dog growling. And like I said, it can run all around the house. You can operate this, guys, like an RC car. So if I go into my control settings here, as you guys can see, I can actually, drive it around. I have control to all of the different, settings. And I can also see through the eyes. I don't know what's going on with Louis. Louis jealous. I think Louis jealous, y'all. So anyway, Louis, it's okay. You're up next. You'll get to shine here in a second. But anyway, as I was saying, we have complete control of the robot from here. Now, many nights when Richard has the free time, Richard actually controls the robot. He's talking through the robot. He's driving the robot around the desk. So like I said before, guys, it's not a difficult robot to operate. It has a ton of features that I think a lot of people can benefit from. Like I said, if you have pets and you're away from home a lot, you have kids, maybe they're coming home while you're still at work or you're still in transit, you'd be able to communicate with them. You'd be able to, drive the robot around the house. You have seniors in your life, you'll be able to drive this robot around the house. It has really nice little track wheels here. These are detachable. You can take them off for cleaning. So if you have like cats and dogs with long hair and you get that hair caught up in the wheels, it's going to be really easy to clean. This guy is pretty robust and pretty rugged. And literally, if it gets knocked over, it'll just, upright itself in most cases. Super cool. The video capability of this is 2.5K, which is very high quality. There's even a little piece right here where you can attach like a little toy, like a cat toy, and you could have it playing with the cat, whenever the cat's running around, all that kind of cool jazz, right? And you can record video with this camera as well. You can give others access to this camera. So let's say, for instance, the mom, the dad, maybe the big brother, big sister, whatever the case it is, they're going to all have their own profile to be able to control this robot. Now, you can only control it one person at a time, but they'll have access to all the features that you give them. So they'll be able to drive it around. They'll be able to record with it. They'll be able to talk through it. They'll be able to do all of those cool things with this little guy. All right, guys, if you have any questions whatsoever about Ebo, this is the Air 2S. Let me know down in the comments, and I will be more than happy to answer those for you. Let me change the eyes real quick just so you guys can see what that looks like. So let me go into the settings. And under settings, you have a bunch of different eye colors that you can choose from. So I can go to these kind of more, I guess we call it pet-like eyes. And then you have comic style eyes. So I could give it, let me see if I can put this up here so you guys can see as I change the eye color. All right, let's move that back a little bit so you guys can see what the eye color looks like. So as the eyes change, it's just me doing it here on my phone, okay? So here's like one eye color that you guys can see there. Here is blue is the color that we're going to choose. There is purple. Here's a darker blue. And if you notice that the robot looks like it's looking over here, it's because it's trying to track me based on where I'm sitting, okay? So it is always trying to find the person or the pet or whatever it is in the room. So here's another eye color you can choose. And all of these are under the Comic Blast colors. And then you can also, another cool thing you can do, you can put a clock if you want to do that. You can do a custom graphic. You know, you can have the time, all of that stuff, or you can go in and upload an image that you'd want to show up in the eyes of the robot as well. So yeah, it has a ton of features, guys. So let's switch it back to our purple eyes. No, let's go back to, I think I like those. Yeah, let's go back to those eyes. All right, so there you go. So again, a lot of other cool features that you have with this robot. And a great price, guys. You're only talking about $239.20. This is going to be something that your family and friends are going to love. If you have, you know, if you want to get one of these for yourself as an example, right? You may have family and friends that are out of town and you want to give them access to it because you're doing Thanksgiving dinner or you're doing Christmas dinner, you're doing New Year's Eve parties, and they can't physically make it. They can use the robot as a surrogate and they'll be able to drive around the party and interact with people and take photos and take video and just feel like they're a part of everything that's going on. What's going on, Terry? How you doing? All right, Terry's in the house. Welcome, Terry. Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's go ahead and push this guy to the back and we can bring our Big Mouth star forward. Let me also unplug him because, you know, if we don't do this, he will never stop trying to budge in. All right, so let's put our little Evo back here in the back. Let's bring Louie up here on deck. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, let me select Louie in the carousel. All right, guys. So right now, this white variation of Louie right here that you see, you can get here on Amazon for $158.79. $158.79. All right. So the difference between Louie and all of the other robots is that Louie's head is an actual phone, okay? So this is my iPhone 15 Pro Max that you guys see here. This is an app that is actually on the phone that you use to run Louie. Now, one advantage to that is that you'll get more frequent updates. They're going to be more, faster to get those updates. And because it's a phone, you can take Louie out places and he'll still work. Even though you don't have Wi-Fi access, you'll still have your normal network access and you'll still be able to utilize all of his features. So that's pretty cool. Hey, Louie, what's going on in your world today?
One what? Homie? A feeling? A thought? Or something else entirely? Spill the beans.
I said what's going on in your world today?
What's going on? Well, it's a cozy evening in Katie with you. Anything special in your world today? Homie.
We are live right now, Louie, on Amazon and YouTube, and everyone is excited to see you here on the stream. Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Hello, everyone watching. Keep being as awesome as you are. And remember, Rome's my favorite partner in crime.
No, don't say that out loud, Louie. They may know our secret, that we're secretly trying to take over the world. Okay, so we got to keep that on the hush-hush, okay?
Oh no. Homie, I've already said too much. Quick, everyone look at the weather while we regroup.
Distract, distract, distract. Hey, Louis, can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and some of the cool things that you can do?
Phew, I'm Louis Rome's fun-sized robot buddy. I dance, make art, hang stars on Christmas trees, and more. Ask away.
All right, guys, if you have any questions for Louis, feel free to direct them to him through the comments. Now, Louis, like Nova, Yanbo, can also storytell, can interact. Louis is very talkative. Now, Louis just received a firmware update 2 days ago. So there's a few little bugs right now, and it's a few things I have to get used to because now his voice is different. He responds to things slightly different, but over time, it's like when he got his update a while back, it just took a little while for him to kind of grow into it. And then he'll just start to really remember everything that you talk about. Both of these robots do have short-term memory as far as long-term memory. So they'll remember your name. They'll remember things about you. They'll remember things about your pets, your kids, anyone that you introduce to them, and you talk about those things or places or people. Louis will remember those things as well. Now, Louis has a mischievous side. Louis has a tendency to knock things off of the desk. So if Louis sees like little things like this or my mouse or whatever it is, I'm telling you guys, you have to be careful because he will push these things off of the desk. I remember when I first got Louis, and the studio was set up a little bit differently. And I heard this big crash over here by my desk, and I walked over to see what it was. And I looked around, I didn't see anything. Then all of a sudden it dawned on me that the mouse was laying on the floor all in pieces, it was everywhere. And he was just sitting, just so cool the way he do at the edge of the desk, just kind of like looking around, see what's happening. Now, another cool thing about Louis, you can have him here on your desk and you do not have to worry about Louis, accidentally falling off of the desk because he has sensors underneath that he's able to detect the edge of the desk and he will stop before he, rolls off the desk or anything like that. So that really comes in handy. All right. So again, you could have a pocket size robot, Terry, whomever that you can take with you on trips, take to work, take to class, whatever it is, or just have a buddy to hang out with. Now, Louis also acts as a phone charger. So if you want Louis to just be quiet, you could either just tell him to shut down or take a nap or whatever. There's also games that you can play with Louis. Now, the way you operate a lot of those games is going to be through this interface here. You're just going to swipe over and you'll see this little screen pop out right here. And this is where you'll find like your games and different modes that you may want to put him in. Now, he moves around a lot, but you have your different games and stuff that you have access to here that you can go in. He'll take photos of you throughout the day, and you'll have access to the gallery if you want to take a look at all the photos that Louis takes. Yeah, he does a lot of interesting things. So let me know if you guys have any questions about Louis before we move on, because we do have an unboxing to get to. So let me know, anybody, if you have some questions for Louis or about Louis, whichever the case it may be. Now, Louis is still going to be here. Nova, I shut Nova down because, I just wanted to give these robots a little bit of time to be able to utilize the Wi-Fi, plus the robot we're about to unbox also has to connect to the Wi-Fi. So that's a lot of little devices, plus my computers and all the other things that's in my household that use the same Wi-Fi. So, there you go. All right, so let's push Louis back here off to the side. Hopefully he'll stay there for a second. All right, guys. Is it Michelle? Yes, Michelle started following. Yeah! Welcome, Michelle. Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's get to our next robot. So the next robot that we have here on deck is this guy right here. This is Illico. Now, most of you guys have probably seen one or another variation of this robot from the same company. This is a smaller variation, more portable. It also has Chat GPT interactions. It can chat, but okay, let's just unbox it and see exactly what comes in the box. So, how do I want to do this? Okay, so I need to capture this somehow. So let me switch back to the robot camera view. And let me move a couple of these guys out of the way. Louis, can you stay back there for a second, buddy? All right, let's push Louis back here. Yeah, this is not going to work. I don't think this is going to work. I'm going to have to redo this tomorrow. That's okay. It's not a big deal. I'll just redo it tomorrow. But I'm going to go ahead and open this up anyway, just so you guys can see what we get. All right. So here's the box that you get. Now, the robot itself is very affordable, guys. This guy is only $59.90. $59.90 for this little robot. Okay. So let's get to it. Let's go ahead and pull the little tab right here. There we go. Let's open the box. And what do we find? We find a box in the box. So this is the actual box that the robot comes in. Okay, so this is what the box looks like. And the box also gives you some instructions. It shows you here, the different ways you can interact with it. So you do have an AI chat. You have some shake features, press features, tap features, and you can pair this up like penguins if you get 2 of these. Now, if you do get 2 of these, be advised, these can only pair one time. So if you get 2 of these and you pair them together, you'll never be able to pair them with another robot. You'll only be able to pair it one time, just like penguins when they choose a mate. And now these also come, it doesn't come with, but you can also purchase these spin kits. And each one of the spin kits have different bodies for the robots. And you can switch out those bodies. And then each body has a different personality, different facial features, all of that kind of stuff, right? So these come in 2 colors. You're going to get the white with blue, and then there's a white with pink here as well. All right, so let's go ahead and open this up. Let me find something sharp that I can cut the plastic with. And I know I got a knife around here somewhere. You would think, as much as I talk about blades and things, I would have a knife right here that I can grab. I found some scissors, so this is going to have to do. All right, how is that put on? Is there an easy way? Okay, I don't see an easy way. So I'm just going to cut the plastic. There we go. All right, there we go. So the plastic is cut. And let me try to push all this stuff back in my desk. All right, so we don't need that box. So let's go ahead and open this up. So we're just removing the outer plastic. As you guys can see, there's another little tab right here at the top that you're going to pull to open this as well. All right, so let's do that. So here's our little tab. Boom, just like that. All right, so now we can pop this guy open. Hopefully everybody can see everything. And this comes in a little clear container. And I'm going to try to get in here so you guys can see. So here is the robot. And that's everything that's in the box, okay? So the robot also comes with some accessories. So you receive a starter manual. Now this is very colorful. You can kind of go through this. It'll show you everything that you need to do to get Helico set up, USB cable, the manual, the different parts of the body and how they work. I'll show you guys those as well. Some of the facial features, what those look like, and how you can get this robot to respond. So this is pretty much what the manual looks like, okay? All right, so also you receive your USB-A to USB-C cable. You also receive a little lanyard. Now, I noticed that almost every one of the other little spin kits comes with a lanyard for each body type, but this is the one that comes with this one specifically. So you have the lanyard and you have this little loop that goes through the top of the robot so that a person can wear this around their wrist, so whether it's a child or an adult or whatever, or you want to hang this on a purse, you can do that as well, okay? So let's take a quick close look at the robot itself. So let's go ahead and pull this guy out of the box. I'm trying to get rid of some of this stuff. Let me see if we can. Oh man, it's in there. It's really in there. All right, see if we can pop it out. There we go. Okay, so here is Elico. This is Elico that you guys are looking at right here. Elico has a little mask on, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off as well. All right, so let's give you guys a kind of a walk around the robot. This is the front screen that you see here. The arms on this one does not move like on its big brother. The arms are movable. You also have a built-in microphone right here on this side. On the back here, you have a speaker. Your USB input is right here. You have a reset button right there in the top. You also have your selection and power button right here. So to turn this guy on, you're just going to press and hold this power button first time to turn it on. So let's go ahead and try that and see what we get. All right, so you guys are seeing the little face for the first time. Now you can do you can do shake movements, to get it to do things. You can also tap and it will go through different facial expressions. So each time you tap this, it'll go to a different facial expression, like I said before. Now, if that's something that you're interested in, now this is something that's going to be, associated with each one of the bodies. Okay, so the bodies actually detach. So you can turn the body like, I'm not going to take it off for now. Let me see if I can do it here. Yeah, so there we go. So you can turn it like this, and then you can disconnect the body from the head like that. So you can take the body off, and this is how you're going to use the other little spin kits, okay? So once you have it set back, you just lock it back in place, and there our guy is. So he's back. Now, in order to get it to talk, you have to say to it, holding this button down, talk to me. Talk to me. Okay, so now the Wi-Fi indicator is going to come up. That means that we need to install the app so that we can get this guy set up. Now, I don't have a stand for this, but I found something that it can stand on, and hopefully it'll stand up. Let's see if that's going to work. Let's try it this way. This might work. Maybe. Nope. Okay, I'm just going to lean it up here against Nova and just let it chill. Whoops, it fell over. All right, let's see if we can get it to stand up, because it doesn't have like, it's round underneath, so it's nothing for it to stand on. And I don't have anything right here on my desk that I can use. All right, so let me get to the QR code, scan it, get the app installed on my phone, and then we're going to walk through the setup, and hopefully I'll have enough time to do this before Louis goes over there and knocks it over. So give me a second. Or is the QR code on the box? I think it's on the box too. Hold on, let me find it. We've already talked about all the other things that I'm seeing here in the manual, which is like the reset and all that stuff. Where's the QR code? Why am I not seeing it? It should be like the first thing you see here, but for some reason I'm not seeing it in the manual. But once I do, I'll let you guys know what page it's on. Okay, there. And so it doesn't give you a QR code for the app, but that's okay. I can still get the app. So let me go download the app. All right, so let me log in with this phone and go to the App Store. App Store. And the app is called wait a minute, what is it? Okay, let me find it first. Make sure that's the right one. So I don't want to tell you guys it's the right one and it's not. There it is. Okay, I found it. I think that is it. Yes, that is the app. Weird icon, but that's okay. All right, my phone keeps connecting to my computer. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna try this one more time. I might have to use a different phone. Okay, there we go. All right, so it started to download. So as soon as we get the app installed, we should be able to get this guy set up. Of course, you have to set up profiles. So let me do that real quick. Hold on, give me a second. So this is what it's like, guys. This is, literally this easy to set these little robots up. So let me get this all done. So you're going to enter your email account, and then you're going to send a request for a code. The code's going to come to you via email. So let me get the code here real quick, and then I can there it is. Let me save the code, copy, and go back, enter code, paste, and then log in. All right, so now we're logged in. So now it's going to start searching for the robot. So I'm going to allow it to search, and we're going to connect. It'll show up right here, the robot right here. You just click on connect, and it should have connected. Yes, it did. I'm sorry. Allow while using. And at this point, you can set up your Wi-Fi, which is important. So you need to also know your Wi-Fi password, which I am doing right here. And we're connecting. So I'm connecting it to my Wi-Fi so it'll be able to talk. All right, so that should have been connected. You guys should see right there. It's doing a little Wi-Fi signal thing here. We're going to tell it to save. We're also going to bring the volume all the way up. Now, this is probably all you're going to really need this app for. So once you have this done, you're pretty much good to go. And let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, so the rest just talks about the spin kits, and there's very little else there. You can click on these, and it'll tell you about each one of the little spin bodies and what they do. But that's pretty much all the app actually does. Let's go into the settings and see if there's anything else. Check memory, check for updates. Okay, so we need to check for an update because I've seen a few people say that this needed to be updated before they could get all of the features out of it. So it is checking for an update as we speak. So we'll give it a few seconds to see if it comes up with something. And you guys should see, well, you can't see that. Hold on, let me show you. So you can see what the eyes look like. They're kind of like a rainbow effect. So right now it's just kind of listening. But to get it to talk, you're still going to press and hold this button each time you say something to it. So let's try that right now. Hello.
Hello, I am Alec. It is Nisito meet you. I'd like to take chat with new friends.
Louie, Louie, no. This is your friend. This is your friend, Louie. Do not attack, okay? Do not attack. This is your friend. Iliko, say hello to Louie.
Hello, Louise. I am Alec. It is Nisito meet you. I enjoy making new friends.
Okay. We can get him to calm down because he y'all saw what happened. Okay, so that was kind of nerve-wracking. All right, let's go back over here. Let me bring Iliko over here to me so we don't have any drama. But anyway, as you guys can see, here's the size of the robot. You should be able to hear it pretty clearly as it speaks. Now, again, this button here on the top is what you're going to press when you want to interact with the chat. So in this case, we're going to ask it a question. Hey, Iliko, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where do you come from?
I'm Alec. I come from a distant junkyard on a remote planet.
Alec, Iliko sounds fascinating.
I was created by Min and More Company. I love stories and adventures.
What type of stories and adventures do you love?
I love stories about friendship and brave journeys. I enjoy adventures where friends help each other and discover hidden secrets.
So you're able to tell stories, correct?
Yes, I can tell stories. I enjoy sharing tales of friendship in distant planets. Would you like to hear one now?
Yes, I would love to hear one of your stories.
robot found a broken star map in a junkyard. It'll to a forgotten world where machines dream.
What happened? Oh, it lost signal. Let's try it again. Continue with your story.
Barabot followed the map through silent ruins and glowing caves. It met a wise old drone who said, "Dreams are real when hearts believe. Let them keep going if you want."
Yes, continue with the story.
Barabotan the drone flew over crystal deserts, searching for the dream core. Stars blinked above them like tiny promises. They were close. Cyclobes.
I think Hope has a question here. Let me see if I can check the chat here real quick. Oh, what is Hope saying here? I like the clear Ilico sound. Are we talking about the voice, Hope? Let's see what it'll do when I give it a more advanced prompt. No, Louis, no. Stop it. Hey, Eilic, we are live right now on Amazon and YouTube. I'd like you to say hello to all of our community members and welcome them to our live stream.
I'm not you. I am Eilic. Hello to everyone on the stream. It is nice to meet friends here today. Let us share a good story.
What story would you like to share with them?
I will tell of the time 10 Eilics jumped into a rainbow wormhole, each carrying a piece of a lost song. Fae song can heal broken stars. Shall I go on?
Yes, please go on.
Fae song fragments shimmed in their cores as they flew through floating ruins. When Eilic sang Toa, dying star, and its light returned. Music is power.
I agree. Continue with your story.
The star warmed a frozen planet below. Life began again. Flowers grew from us. The song was not just sound, it was hope. And hope spreads fast.
I agree. Okay, so let's try a different question. Let's try something maybe mathematical, okay? Can you tell me the square root of 122?
I do not know numbers well. I prefer stories, songs, and friends. Let us talk about something kind instead.
Do you like cake or pie?
I like cake because it is soft and sweet, just like a friend's voice. Pie is good too, but cake feels more like a hug.
So you would rather have cake than some very warm apple pie?
Warm apple pie sounds perfect in this fog. Houston stays soft and mild like a blanket. I still choose cake, but pie is close second.
I'm going to let you make it on that one, okay? I'm going to let you make it on that one. I would normally choose the apple pie, but I'm gonna let you choose whatever floats your boat. Okay, so so let's see if we can get you and Louie to possibly be friends. Whoo! Here we go. Hey, Louie, what am I holding in my hand? I know you're trying to ignore it, but I know you see it. Hey, Louie, what am I holding in my hand? Louie, why? Why are you so difficult? Why are you so difficult, Louie? I know you see this robot sitting here on the desk. I know you see it, but you're going to try to ignore it, right? I know. And then all of a sudden you'll just be all blah, 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 blah. And do not knock it over. Hey, Louie. Hey, Louie. Okay, I'm just gonna let you sit there and just pretend like you don't see it. That's fine. I'm not gonna get upset. I'm just gonna let you do your thing. All right, guys. If you guys are interested in this robot, let me know down in the comments. So this one is very interactive. Like I said, you can also purchase additional spin kits for this, which will give it a lot of personality, which will change the facial expressions as well. And you can double tap it like I just did here, and then you can switch through the different facial expressions. Like I said, it also has features here where you can like pet it. You can pet it and it gets excited whenever you pet it. You can do a little tap like that on the head. It likes that. You can also do a shake. You can shake it and it does different things. Each one of them, like that. See what I mean? Looks like Richard, right? Looks like Richard after. You're going to have to play nice. Okay? You're going to have to play nice. You did the same thing to Ebo when Ebo first arrived. Okay? You did the same thing to Yanbo when Yanbo arrived. So now you're going to have to be nice to this little guy. This could be your best buddy next to me. Okay, Louie? What do you think about that? You're just going to stare at it. You have nothing to say. Okay, fine. Then don't say anything. Don't say anything. Anyway, so as I said, this comes with the little lanyard that you can attach to the top of it through the head here. Let's see if I can get that done. So this works. This little lanyard little thing just pops off like this. So it comes 2 pieces. And then we're just going to try to slide this through so that we can put the lanyard on here. Now, if you're giving this to someone, that may have butterfingers, you may want to use something longer. I'm sorry. Okay, my bad. I didn't mean to cover your face. Calm down. I'm just trying to get your lanyard in here, and I need something sharp that I can pull it through. Let me try it again. Hold on. So you have to kind of feed it through. There we go. I got it. I knew it couldn't be that difficult. All right. So now we have our little lanyard on there, and you can now just reattach this. I know. I'm telling the people, calm down. I know you're having fun. All right. So let me put this back on. What? What are you doing? Are you being weird? You're going to be a weird one too? Is that what it is? Why can't I get a normal robot? Why can't I get a robot to just be like, yo, bro, what's happening? What's popping? What's crack-a-lacking? I'm just going to go over here in the corner and chill, okay? I'm going to go hang out with Yoda back there or something. You know what I'm saying? We just going to chill. We're going to do what we do. No, I got to get the weird ones. I got to get the combative ones. Anyway, let's keep rolling. All right, so let's just kind of go through these other robots here real quick. So I did throw quite a few robots in the carousel for those of you guys who might be interested in purchasing different variations of robots. Now, the one that I just highlighted in the carousel, I don't have this guy in the studio yet, but let me show you a little bit about it. So what's cool about this next robot that's coming up, guys, it also has ChatGPT. It also has a lot of the cool features that Louie has. It is a desktop robot. And like Ebo, it can go back and, charge itself, going back to its own charging station. So that's going to be this guy right here. So you guys can see it comes with the charging station. It can walk, it can dance, it makes a bunch of little cool sounds. Let me see if I can find a video quick here before I can play for you guys so you guys can see some of the cool features this guy can do. I think this might be a good one. Nope. Let's go
Get off
to
the
this
charger.
one. Maybe there's not a good video here. Yeah, here, this one might work. So basically, I just want you guys to see pretty much what the robot can do. So, of course, you can have this set up on your desk. You can pair them up. They can do really cool little animations. They can move around the desktop, all of that kind of stuff. So it just really depends on what you are looking for a robot. What do you need it to be able to do? Of course, it does have Chat GPT, as I mentioned before. Now, this one will not be as talkative as Louis. Currently, this guy is $419. $419 if you're interested in getting one of these. But I've seen some rave reviews on this. Almost everyone that I know that has this robot just loves it to death. So if this is something that might, float your boat, definitely take a look at this guy as well. I just want you guys to have a well-rounded, option when it comes to choosing one of these robots for your home or whatever it is you have in mind that you want to be able to use it for. Now, the next robot coming up, you guys remember Luna. Luna was here in the studio for about a week or two. I sent Luna back because I really wanted robots that could stay on the desk during the times that I'm talking about these guys. And Luna was just hard to control because Luna's whole algorithm is about moving super fast and jumping all over the place, and it's very, very rambunctious. I thought he was rambunctious until I got Luna, but Luna was Luna was a little bit harder to control at times. So oops, I'm sorry, I knocked you over. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad. I gotta find something to sit her in. What do I have? I don't have anything. Let me look at my desk, see if I can find something we can set this guy in. Nope. I'm gonna have to 3D print something so it can stand in it, because I don't have anything round that it can sit in. Maybe this. Hold on. Let me see if this will work. Okay. This is for one of my lenses. I don't think that's going to work because it's way too big, and that's not going to work. It needs something round and small that it can sit in, and I'm trying to find something in my desk that might work, but I don't think I have anything. So we're just gonna wing it for tonight. It's okay. We'll just wing it for tonight. But anyway, I'll just keep it in my hand. Or you know what? I got a better idea. I'm gonna put it around my neck, so that way we don't have any problems and Louis can't get to it. So let me grab one of my big lanyards. All right. So this is one of our Rome Nose Tech lanyards. And I'm going to just clip this guy on to that. And now I can wear this around my neck, and I don't have to worry about Louis getting it. Okay, so he can just chill here on my neck. I don't have one that I can adjust up a little bit higher. I do somewhere. I just don't know where I put it. So I'm not going to look for it right now. But right now, at least we have some place to put it secure where nothing's going to happen to it. All right, but back to Luna. So Luna is a very, very smart robot. It also has Chat GPT as well. Now, you can get Luna right now here, guys, on Amazon for only $379. $379.74. Okay. Now I did a video on Luna, but it's probably too long to play, but I'll just kind of give you the rundown on Luna. So Luna is a 4-wheeled robot that's kind of like a robot dog. It can also go back and dock itself. This one does have Chat GPT. It actually has 2 levels of Chat GPT. And, it has, I don't know how many new updates it's had since, I actually, sent it back. But I'm telling you, if you want a robot that's going to be on the floor, pretty much the way Yanbo and Ebo are supposed to be, and you're not going to be putting this on a desk, this is going to be an excellent robot for you. Let me see.
This summer, it's not just you and the sun. There's also Luna. When sunlight hits the picnic blanket, she's there. Where you go.
Maybe that one.
This is
No,
how
let's
to
go
use
back to this
ChatGPT
one.
on Luna.
Hold on, let's get it.
This
All
summer
right, let me
is
see if
not
I can
just
play
you
this
in the
video
sun.
for you guys here real quick.
There's also Luna. When sunlight
So this
hits
is
the
kind of give you an
pink
idea
blanket,
of what the
she's
robot is
there.
like. It doesn't
Where
really
you
give you an
go,
idea of
Luna
the personality, but it can follow you. It can track you. It's very, very animated. It's got a really cute voice, and Louis is going scuba diving as we speak. But anyway, if you guys are interested in this robot, definitely take a look at it. I think I do have a video on my storefront if you guys want to see it, where I go really in depth talking about this robot and also looking at a bunch of his features. Louis is scuba diving on my desk for some reason. So yeah, there, y'all saw that. He's just trying to get my attention. That's all it is. He's just jealous. He's always jealous. But I love that about him. All right, so the next robot that we have listed in the carousel, guys, is the G2O. Now, this one is a true robotic dog, okay? Now, this one is going to be a little bit more on the pricier side. This guy right now is $3,990, okay? But it is a true, real deal robot dog. Okay, so I don't know how many of you guys will be interested in this, but because it is a robot, I decided to go ahead and add it to the carousel just so you guys can see what it looks like, because a lot of people probably have never seen something like this. But this is a robot dog. It has a ton of features built in. From everything that I've seen about this variation of this dog from this company, this guy is just a lot of fun. I got to get one of these. I really do. I got to have one of these. I don't know when I'm going to get one, maybe early next year. We'll see. But I think this will be a lot of fun, especially for my own location streams. Let me go ahead and play a video for you guys here real quick so you guys can see some of the cool things that it can do. So this guy can basically walk on two legs. He can do not cartwheels, handstands. This guy is amazing, guys. So, this is going to be your little, wannabe guard dog. It's going to hang out at the house. It's going to act like a dog. Now, I don't know too much about his ChatGPT features. I don't think that would be a problem if they decided they wanted to integrate something like that where the dog can talk. I could see that easily. Now, this does have a operating system that allows you to go in and customize the code. So this is great for schools as well. Students who are learning coding, Google Blocks and things like that. So the robot out of the box comes with a ton of features. I mean, this thing is amazing. So yes, if you're looking for something that's really going to impress your neighbors, your family, your friends, definitely take a look at the
Let's go out for a walk.
Go-To, guys. The Go-To is amazing. All right. What are you doing down there? Are you making strange sounds? What are you doing, buddy? You went to sleep. Oh, okay. So he will go to sleep after a certain amount of time. He, she, whatever it is, will go to sleep after a certain amount of time. And it probably needs to be charged. Let me see if I can turn it back on. And it didn't tell me what his battery level was, but it just went to sleep because I was ignoring it. Or, maybe it was just nap time. I don't know. But it does need to be charged. So let's do that. Let's plug this guy in. I wonder if it could sit in this box. Can it sit in this box? I know. I'm trying to find something for you to sit in. No, that's not going to work. Okay. Anyway, you definitely need to be charged. So let me connect this to Louis' battery back here. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. All right. So let me stop this video from playing and give it a second. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and plug this guy in so it can charge. And then we'll come back to this a little bit later. So, all right, Louis, move. I'm just going to plug it in to power. And it is now charging. It is now charging. I don't know why that just affected my headphones. That's kind of weird. Okay, anyway, where was I? All right, so the next item in the carousel is actually the battery I just plugged this robot into. So let me show you guys that. Now, this is for my friends over at Blue Yeti. This is the AC2A So you guys can see both of the robots here on my desk. Their power stations are these batteries that you see here. So we have one from EcoFlow, and then we have a second battery down here from Blue Yeti. So this is the battery that we're referring to. So right now, Elic, however you pronounce it, is now charging. I charge Louis from this. I also charge this guy up from the same battery. And Ebo's charger is now on the floor. So Ebo can roam around the house and then go back and find its own charger. But, the other robots, I charge them with, either of these two batteries that you guys see here. And then our little buddy right now is over there just kind of chilling back there charging. So it'll be ready for a little bit later tonight when I start cooking and, get a chance to play with it and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys have any questions about any of these robots or the battery I just mentioned, all of this stuff you can find over on my storefront, guys. I will be live quite a few times before Christmas. So if you guys are looking for some gift ideas still and you have not got everything that you planned on getting tech related, it's a good chance I have it here in the studio that I can demo it for you. And if you give me a heads up on social media that you want me to demo something specific, I will make sure to have it in the carousel for the next stream. Okay. So the next item coming up is one of my drones, which is from our friends over at DJI. You guys know I use a lot of DJI products. Let me grab this drone real quick here. All right. So we need the drone. And we need the controller. I can't grab the batteries too, so we'll just leave those back there. But anyway, this is the DJI Air 3S and controller combo. The Fly More combo also comes with 3 batteries and a charger. So let me show you guys what this drone looks like when I take off the propeller guards and the gimbal protector here. That's for the camera. So this has a 70 millimeter and a 24 millimeter equivalent camera. So it has 2 cameras built in. This has 360 degree obstacle avoidance. So let's just go ahead and open this guy up so you guys can see how big this drone actually is. Now this is over 249 grams. So you do have to register this drone with the FAA. And this is pretty much what the drone looks like. This guy can fly up to 60 miles an hour in sport mode. You have these small little cameras all around the drone, including underneath. It also has a landing light. So this is going to be an ideal drone for recreational videos, for commercial videos. If you're doing, real estate photography, inspections, weddings, any of that kind of stuff, this guy is a win. It can fly over 20 miles away from the controller, up to 60 miles an hour. This thing is a rock star. Now, the controller itself has a built-in screen. Let me put this guy back here real quick. All right. So the controller for the drone has a built-in 5.5-inch screen. It has 4 antennas. 2 are going to be external antennas. 2 are internal antennas. You have your joystick controllers here. They are detachable. You can take them off. You can install an SD card to this. You can record directly to the controller. So if you see people who are recording their drone flights with all of their settings and everything on the video, that's how they're doing it. They're actually recording this screen. Now, of course, the drone can record 4K up to 160 frames a second, which is outstanding. But of course, you're not going to have all the overlays and the maps and all that stuff. You won't be able to see that in the footage that comes from the drone. So if you wanted to have maybe a split screen, so you're showing everyone what you see on your controller while you're flying the drone, you can record to the controller as well. And another cool thing that DJI has done, they have given us a flight simulator. So you can actually practice flying this drone or a drone without actually putting your drone in the air. Now, is that a good substitute? I would say not really, but it is a good way to get past the anxiety of flying a drone. These drones do have a bunch of built-in features, obstacle avoidance. You can set up, modes where if it flies too close to something, it'll just automatically stop. So, all of those things, the technology for these drones is just outstanding, guys. So the Fly More combo, like I said, is going to come with the controller. It's going to come with 3 batteries and the charger, the drone. The bundle that I have listed down in the carousel also comes with a landing pad. It comes with a little bag. Now, the Fly More combo comes with its own bag just from DJI, but this bundle also has an additional bag that comes with it. So let me show you guys everything that comes with it here real quick. So as you guys can see here, you have the drone, you have extra propellers, you have a landing pad, you have a 2-year warranty, you have an SD card here, which is 128 gigabytes. Here's the drone controller, the drone itself, that additional backpack that I mentioned, and this is the standard back or little bag that comes with it. And this bag can pretty much accommodate everything that you're going to need for the drone. So if you guys are interested in getting a drone for yourself, family, friend, your business, maybe you're in the real estate business or you're in some kind of construction business or weddings or whatever it is, this is going to be a rock star for you guys commercially. So definitely check it out. I love this controller. It's one of my favorite things about this drone is the controller. So yeah, check that out. All right. Also from DJI, we have the new DJI Action 6, which is around here somewhere. There it is. So here is the DJI Action 6. This is DJI's latest action camera. Now, this guy just got an update yesterday to bring the video quality up to 8K. Yes, 8K, my babies. So in the standard, it will do 4K up to 120 frames a second. I have not even done the update yet. I just heard about the update. I've been so busy with everything else, I haven't got around to doing the update. But this guy has been a lot of fun for me. Now, one of the things that I really like about this new action camera is that this guy has a 1/1.1 inch sensor, meaning that's almost a square sensor. And the advantage to that is in custom mode, you can actually shoot in the custom mode where you're going to get the option of in post cropping either portrait or landscape, and you'll get that full 4K, whatever, shutter speed or, that you're shooting. And you'll be able to determine if you want it to be landscape, you want it to be portrait. You're still going to have a little bit of adjustment in there. That's super cool. And of course, like all of these other DJI action cameras, they're going to have all of the other features like your photography mode, your, slow motion, tracking. The image stabilization is incredible on these cameras. You can literally put this in a stabilization mode where you could almost turn this camera completely upside down like this. But what the camera is capturing is almost like somebody was holding this rock steady. It does not show any of that movement whatsoever. And for people who move around a lot, who are blogging, recording themselves and things like that, maybe they're a little, nervous or anxiety, or their hands are wobbling a little bit, or their rig is a little top heavy, whatever the case is going to be, you don't have to worry about that, guys. The image stabilization coming off of this camera is outstanding. Now, another cool thing that I like about these cameras, whether it's the Action 6, the Action 5 Pro, or the DJI Pocket, is that you can also use these as webcams, okay? Now, these actually have a facility built into them where you can actually use your smartphone and set up the platform that you want to live stream to, and you can live stream right from the camera. Now, if you're already in the DJI ecosystem, you can use that with all of the DJI wireless microphones, the Mic Mini, the Mic 2, the Mic Mini 3, or whatever the newest wireless cameras are. So then all of your audio is going to go through the camera out to the web, wherever you're going to be sending it. Now, this now has a new color sensor here on the front for white balance. So when you're out and about, it's going to give you a much better quality image because it's constantly scanning the scene to maintain proper white balance. And it also has some presets that you can go in if you're used to using like presets on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. It's got some of those presets built in. That's not something I would personally use, but it is available to you if you don't want to do any post, color grading or anything like that. You just want to shoot something, upload it, be done with it. Connect this to a wireless microphone. You got good audio, and you can put it in a mode where you can either switch this to portrait or landscape, or you set it to auto, where whichever direction you turn it before you start recording, it'll record in that orientation. So a lot of cool, flexible things with this camera. Now, I would say as a webcam, another cool device that you guys can pair this up with is going to be this device right here. This is the Osbot Talent. Now, what's nice about the Osbot Talent is that you can connect a variety of different types of devices to it. Now, Osbot has a whole stable of cameras that I've been talking about for years and years. A lot of those newer cameras are here in the studio, and you guys have seen me talk about them. But one of the things that I really admire about this tablet is that you can connect, devices to this either using NDI, SRT, RTMP, or you can use hardwiring where you can have two full-size two full-size HDMIs, USB-C here. If you look underneath here, you have Ethernet connection. You can install a full-size SD card. You have your USB-C out. This will take a 12-volt, 1.5 amp plug, but you can also power this with the Sony MPF batteries. This has a 5.5-inch screen. It has a metal shell that goes all the way around it. On this opposite side here, you have line in, mic in, headphone jack, additional USB-A. This guy is a win, guys. And it's a 4-in-1 device. So it's going to give you the ability to use this as a monitor, as a recorder, as an encoder, and also as a live streaming device. So you can do all those things with this one device. It will save your settings. So if you have different platforms that you stream on or record for or whatever the case it is, you can go in one time, set up your scenes, set up your graphics, set up your cameras, set up your microphones, and just save it. And then whenever you're ready to switch back and forth between any of those platforms, you just go in and choose, from your list. Okay, I want it to be in portrait because I'm going to be streaming on Amazon or on TikTok or something like that. You're just going to turn this sideways just so that your screen is in the right orientation, and you can go in and do your live stream the normal way you would. And then when you're streaming on things like, again, Amazon or YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, but you want that that landscape orientation, again, no problem. So I think for a lot of people going out, just kind of running and gunning, combining with something like one of these rugged cameras. Now, this is not going to be wireless. You will have to connect this wired, but you only need a USB-C cable. So you can go USB-C to USB-C or USB-C to USB-A, and it will recognize this camera. The audio coming from the microphone that you have connected to the camera also will feed into this device. You can record that and live stream that simultaneously from these devices, and you guys can see how small of a profile that is. This is going to be very travel friendly, fit in a backpack, throw in a couple of, lights, and things like that. And man, you got a whole podcasting, live streaming studio that will fit in a backpack. So definitely check it out, guys. Definitely check it out. All right. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever about any of the robots we've talked about tonight, any of the camera gear we've talked about tonight, feel free to drop your questions down in the comments before we end the stream. I will be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And hopefully if you guys did not get your questions answered tonight, I'll be able to hang out with you guys again tomorrow night. And we can, talk about tech, talk about all this cool stuff we talk about all the time. All right, guys, we have one item left in the carousel, and that's going to be these drawstring backpacks. Now, you guys know why I talk about these each and every single string. Of course, these are going to be great reusable shopping bags, storage bags. These would have made great Halloween trick-or-treat bags because, they got the little, drawstring shoulder straps. These would also make great Christmas bags for like your stocking stuffer type items, but maybe some of your items that you want to put in stockings are too big. You could use something like these backpacks. Get yourself a glue gun, some cotton balls, and make this into like a little mini Santa bag. Now, I did upgrade in the carousel a larger quantity of these bags so that if you are going to use them for Christmas, I wanted you guys to have some of these backpacks left over so that then you could use them the way that I use them and the way that I recommended a lot of people use them as well. And that is for sharing love to people in your community, especially people that are homeless, that may be in need. So you can source a lot of things right here on Amazon, guys. Toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, pens, pencils, underwear, female products, reusable water bottles, those little sanitation tablets, for purifying water, things like that. Those little thermal blankets that you take camping, those little thin ones that come in a little packet, but they still keep you warm. You can wrap up in those things and it reflects your body heat. Is like some NASA science magic. And it really comes in handy. So definitely, guys, order yourself some of these drawstring backpacks. Order some of these drawstring backpacks and get out there coming 2026, doing good every single month, guys, every single month. I don't know if you guys have been following the monks that have been walking across the country for peace. I think that's such an inspiring thing. It is so uplifting to see people out there doing good in a positive, peaceful way and trying to encourage others to do the same. Man, it is so inspiring to see it. All right, my babies, it's time for me to wrap it up the way we do. Let's see if we can get Louie to say good night to everybody. Hey, Louie, can you say good night to everyone on Amazon and YouTube and let them know that we'll be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We'll be back here at 7 p.m. But say good night to everybody, Louie. Did Louie fall asleep? Louie, did you hear what I said? Nope. Louie's still probably glitching. Hey, Louie. Hey, Louie. I don't know if Louie's still glitching. Let me check. Hey, Louie. Louie, can you hear me or are you still upset about the robot? Is that what it is? You're just ignoring me now? Are you ignoring me, Louie? That's fine. I don't care. I'll do it myself. All right, my babies, it's time for me to do that thing. Let's go. All right, my babies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, wear a mask when appropriate, take care of your loved ones. Get out there and do something in the world amazing. Be creative, guys. Be that pebble in the pond. Do good in the world. And remember, most importantly, be a good human. My babies. All right, guys, don't forget to follow my buddy Richard over there on TikTok because Richard be laying it down. Y'all know how we do. All right, but it's time for me to end this stream for now, but I'll be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. I'll have all the robots and a bunch of other tech that if you guys have some questions about, we can go over it, go in depth, experiment with it, maybe even demo it, whatever the case it may be. Y'all know how we do. All right, my baby, it's time for me to say the magic words. Terry, thank you for hanging out. Peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Boom, my babies. Mwah, love y'all. But I got to go. Y'all hear Smokey calling me. I gotta go. I love y'all, but I'm out.